right, so it's time to get started on this pasta dough. Get yourself a couple of cups, 2 cups of flour. Make yourself a well, nice and even on all sides, and start dropping eggs in there. You need yourself 3 regular size eggs, and just start beating very carefully, not to start exposing any gaps in there. You don't want to have leakage all over the place. And at this, you want to season it. We need about a teaspoon of salt and about a tablespoon of olive oil, and start working that dough. Just like I said, very carefully. You can either use your hands or a fork like so, and making sure it's all even. And just start slowly incorporating those little sides of flour within that egg. Not too fast. And again, very carefully. You don't want to start chasing egg all over the cutting board or all over the work area where you're working at. It can be a headache, very messy. And at this point, you want to get ready to start working with it with your hands. And again, don't incorporate too much flour into the egg at one time. You don't want it to become, very dry too fast. Even if so, it's not too big of a deal. Just add a couple drops of water in there. Normally, I would have some water sitting on the side, but it's fine. I've been doing this for a minute. Just trying to get you, into home making some pasta dough. For spaghetti, ravioli, anything like that. Whatever pasta you like, fettuccine for Alfredo. You get some stuffed ravioli with shrimp and lobsters, things like that. And scrape all that excess dough off your hands. And you want to knead this for about 10 minutes. Be patient. Get that dough, get everything together. And again, you can use this pretty much for whatever pasta dish, lasagna, you choose to use it with. And it's a good time to take out a little bit of frustration by kneading. You might have some stuff built up. Just a good relaxing moment right here. It's all about just being patient and reserving the time for this. Make sure you're not trying to answer any phones or anything like that or wait on any important calls. And you should know when your dough is ready, which I'm about to show you here in just a second. You're going to get that spraying back effect. Very subtle. But again, just make sure you're kneading and not rushing into it. Because that might not work out too good. But very carefully, just incorporating a little bit of flour at a time in there. And right here, you should see that you all set, you ready to go. Saran wrap is cool, but if you don't have that, a nice bowl with a towel, and just leave it alone for about 30 minutes. Don't touch it, let it rest. Go do something and check it out when you come back. But you can see right here, a little bit of the finished product, flour cutting board and whatnot. But again, whatever you choose. And right there, that's just some nice size fettuccine noodles. But once you have let it rest for that little period of time, 30 minutes fly by real quick. Play a video game, eat, whatever. Flour your surface or whatever you choose, countertop, cutting board, table, don't matter. And just start rolling. I don't have, nor do I choose to use the pasta roller. I don't like them. I'd rather do it manually. The very first time I got one, the very first time it also broke. I don't know if I was being too rough with it or whatever the case was. They just tend to always break on me. But I don't like them. Give me a rolling pin, push come to shove, give me a nice can or something. I'll roll that dough out by any means necessary. Laminate your dough. And what that means really is just you folding it into itself and re-roll. Um, Taking the corners, folding it right into itself. Almost pretty much similar to the same way you need it, but not quite. And just make sure your surface is floured pretty good. And get everything nice and flat, and just roll. And now, as you can see, I've been rolling for a minute. It's pretty thin. I don't have much room to work with right now, but that's all good. But you want to get it thinner than that. You want to be able to see. You want some transparency. Um, and this, even if you left it like this is okay. You can do some ravioli. You know, some dough lovers out there who like they dough thick. Um, but just keep working at it and stretching that dough. Not much room to work with right here, but that's cool. I make it work. I make it do what it do. You'd be amazed the size kitchens I worked in the past, and we made stuff for 300, 400 people in the tiniest kitchen that you could possibly imagine. But it's pretty cool right here. Nothing screwing up. It's all coming together. A couple of wrinkles. A little bit of patience to help that. And you just want to get it folded over. Don't press down. Just fold it lightly and slice it how you choose. Right here, I'm doing some fettuccine noodles for a dish I'm getting ready to prep. Um, and like I said in all my videos, watch your fingers. It's not my responsibility if you chop one off. Um, but go ahead and just separate it. Let it get free. Dust it a little bit more, just to make sure it doesn't stick to each other, and just let it dry. Get yourself another surface, light flour, literally a dust, and just should all be even, nice size noodles, and just place them into little groups on the board, and let that sit for a day. Let it sit in a nice room temperature setting, and there you go. Thanks for watching. Booyah, baby.